There she is, Topgolf. Never have I been so glad to see Topgolf, and I'm not even gonna go play there. All right, it's May 4th, 2024. We are on our way to hit a bike and a run workout. We have a sprint triathlon in 3 weeks. It's on May 19th, 9:12 in the morning. Out that I'm gonna do in particular is an out and back, 7.5 miles out, 7.5 back, so 15 miles total. And it forms like an L shape, and it's in a valley here in Missouri. We'll crush the bike, bring the bike back to the car, put it in the car, secure it up, and then transition into like a 3-mile run. Coffee, non-negotiable, in the poop cup. Get the helmet. Get the bag. I don't actually have a water bottle that fits into my holder on my bike, so I just have a 32-ounce bottle of water I'm gonna bring with. We cranked 16 ounces of water upon waking this morning, which is about an hour and a half ago. So 16 ounces there. I've sipped on this water a little bit, so we're probably at like 20 ounces, and then I'll drink some water at the halfway point. Got a banana for when I get back. So all that's gonna be in the bag is the water. Right next to a Topgolf. And then we have the esteemed piece of equipment here, the Giant Defy. Love this baby. I've had this thing since like high school. All right, off we go. Got the trail here. It is the Missouri River Greenway. The Levee Trail. It's basically like a massive levee. So we'll hop on the bike, get started. I'll try and check in at like mile 5, see where we're at. By the way, for this we got the Garmin Forerunner 245. I don't have a heart rate strap, so we're just going from the wrist, and then it'll give us the speed. All right, so don't know if you can hear me right now with all the wind, but we just started. I got the Garmin, let's see if you can see it, going about 18 to 20 miles an hour to start. Nothing crazy. Feeling a little burn in the legs. We'll try to keep it between 18 and 20 miles an hour to start, and then at mile 5 we'll see where we're at, try to pick it up from there. All right, just hit lap 1, 15:31. So every lap is 5 miles. So we just hit mile 5, 15:30, which means if you were going 20 miles an hour, you would do a lap in 15 minutes. 5 miles times 4, 60 minutes. And that's 20 miles. So we're just under 20 miles an hour. I'll take it. Now we're on the L section that faces south. So the shape of the L heads west. So we just did the westward portion. Now we're heading south, and the wind is in our face. Check in at the turnaround. We'll take a break at the turnaround, get some water. Little halfway break. Take a little break, get some water, maybe go to the bathroom, and then I'll look at my stats. All right, so we are about 7.5 miles in. You can see my average heart rate here, 145. Try and get you some better lighting. Total time, 24 minutes. Distance, 7.75. Average speed, 18.8. Calories, 396. One thing real quick that I look at is recovery heart rate. So recovery heart rate is 41 beats per minute down to 109. So that means that I went from 41 plus 9 is 50. So 150 beats per minute down to 109 beats per minute in a minute and a half. It tells you a lot of different things, your fitness level, your current health status, if you're getting sick, if you're maintaining your training load pretty well. So for me, generally, if I have a recovery down to about 100 beats per minute, plus or minus 10, then I'm in a good spot. It's hot out. I've been drinking water. I've had about 25 to 30 ounces of water today, and it's not even 10 a.m. We'll try and shoot for the same recovery on the second part, and then recovery heart rate will probably start to diminish once I go into the run. But tomorrow's a rest day. Today is like training day number 5 in a row. We've done like 3 swims this week, 1 run. This will be my second run today after this bike. And then we did a weightlifting session on Thursday.
All right, we are lap 2, 15:28. Average speed on this turnaround has been like 22. Pretty beautiful ride, minus the wind. Lap 3, 15:08, 15 miles in like 46 minutes. We're getting back to the car. There's Topgolf. We'll transition into a run, get a drink of water, and then ideally we'll hit 3 miles. I'll stop the watch. So total time 49 minutes, distance 15 and a half and some change, average speed 19, not bad, 775 cals. We'll get that back in the body later, and average heart rate 148. How's the hair look? Probably ridiculous. My hair is long compared to what it normally is right now, plus I've been swimming a lot without a swim cap, so my hair just sticks up naturally, but it probably looks like crap. So we'll go ahead and throw on the Key West hat. Get a little shade. We'll crush that banana when we get back. I've only had 50 minutes of work, and glycogen stores usually don't need to be replenished until hour and a half into a workout, and I never get up to an hour and a half of working out. I usually hit like an hour 15 max. For the distance that I'm going to be doing the sprint triathlon, there's no reason to do any more than that training wise. So when you get into like half Ironman, or just marathon training for runners, then you got to start thinking about taking in carbohydrates and electrolytes during the workout. So I could maybe benefit from electrolytes right now, but it's only 70 degrees out, and I'm only going to be exercising for another 20 minutes. As long as I've got water. I had plenty of salt with my 4 eggs this morning, as well as a bowl of oatmeal with some honey on it. So plenty of carbs, electrolytes, protein to get me through an hour workout. So we got the hat on. Let's put this bike up, and then we'll get after it. By the way, here's recovery heart rate after this session. So this might look odd based on what the other one was. So recovery heart rate of 7, and it's down to 107 beats per minute. That means that at the time that I stopped my watch, I was at 114 beats per minute, and it's recovered down to 107 beats per minute with a difference of 7 beats. So you might be wondering why the difference is so low. It's because on that last section of the bike, the last like half mile, I was talking to the camera and barely pedaling, so heart rate was probably recovering quite a bit. So by the time I got off the bike and stopped the watch, my heart rate had already recovered a lot. So I was already down to like the 1-teens. And then when I stopped the watch, it recovered just a little bit more, down to 107 beats per minute. So pretty good. All right, off we go. Legs don't feel too bad. Granted, I've had like 5 minutes rest. Was putting my bike up, had a guy come up to me. He's about to get on the trail and wanted to know how the conditions, how they were. So we talked for a little bit. Just easing into this run. Speed right now, it says I'm at like a 7:30 mile, so we'll see. We'll ease into it. Check in at like a half mile or a mile in. All right. First mile, 7 minutes. Not bad. So, pace now. Probably can't see. Whatever. You're not gonna believe me, but you can't see. Pace is like high 6s. Heart rate's 160. High as expected. But feeling good. We'll keep going. Turn around in 1.5 miles. Call it 3 miles. I'll check in. I'm tired, just too tired to talk. This isn't conversation pace. Approaching the turnaround. Had to wait for those guys to turn or go by me. Pace right now is like 6:30. Just trying to comfortably hard cruise through this second mile. Try and hit this for a second one and then cool down on the last mile. I'll check in. Oh man, it's hard to film while doing this. It's already hard as is. .633, mile 2. Heart rate approaching 170, which for me is about my lactate threshold. We got 1 mile to go, but Top Golf is up there. We just got to get to Top Golf and then we're done. Let's cool down. There she is, Top Golf. Never have I been so glad to see Top Golf, and I'm not even gonna go play there. We're almost done. About to hit mile 3, and then we'll call it. Try and show you guys stats here. There it is, lap 3, 7:26. I'm gonna check the data here in a second. Get some water, head back home, crush that banana on the way home, get some carbs back in, and then get some more water and food when we get home. I think total calories were like 1,000, which is important to get that back in. Like I said, I have a rest day tomorrow, so I kind of wrecked my body today, which was the intention. Like I said, I've been training for like 6 weeks or so. We got 2 weeks to go. And this is the only time I'll do this type of workout. This was somewhat of a race simulation, and a lot of volume. Usually I'm just doing 1, maybe 2 disciplines a day, for a total of like 45 minutes. Today was more like 1:15 hour. Refuel, crush a rest day tomorrow. Monday we got work. My job is super active and I'm on my feet, and Mondays are particularly going to be a long day. So I may not even do a session on Monday either. We'll take a full fill 48 hours, and I'll show you on the watch. My Garmin will tell me what the recommended rest is, and I mean, it's a watch, it's technology, so it only takes data in and then gives you data out. And so bad data in is bad data out. I don't think this is necessarily bad data, that's not the point. But I don't think you need to take the numbers that the watch gives you and be married to them. I think you got to listen to your body too. But I bet the Garmin tells me to rest for at least 36 hours, maybe 48 after this session, and we'll probably do just that. Not necessarily because the watch tells me, but because what I'm feeling is in line with what the watch is saying. So, all right, let's see if we got some data after that like 2-minute rant there. So, total calories 372, average heart rate 159. 21 minutes, so that's an average of like 7-minute miles. 3 miles total. Average pace 7 minutes, which makes sense. And then there's the calories again. Let's see what the recovery heart rate is. Not bad. 44 beats per minute, and it's down to 116. So like 10 beats per minute higher than what the other recoveries were, but that makes sense. I've lost some fluids, so I'm hypovolemic compared to when I started, which means a higher heart rate. But even then, recovery heart rate down to 116 is not bad. So also body temperature is elevated. I think we're almost up to like 80 degrees out now. So we'll try and get some fluids in and get home.